That's a close one, refs. Last minute, we survived the onslaught. 9 penalty corners against us.
Yeah, again, I think the players were pleased that they ended up drawing the game, but I think if you look at their faces, I think they're a little bit disappointed in certain elements of the game that they wanted to control. The most pleasing aspect, obviously, is the attitude to keep fighting, and sometimes in sport, when you have a game like that where there are lots of circle entries against, there are lots of penalty corners, with a fighting spirit and a good defensive mentality, you can prevail, and today was one of those days.
Questions?
Well, I don't think I've seen a Malaysian team run as hard. Something's happened. I'm not sure what's happened.
I actually want them to run harder. I was a little disappointed with a couple of them, but I think in their minds they know what they want. They've started making internal personal decisions as to where they want to get to. There's several guys that have been around a long time and sometimes pretended to want to get somewhere, and at the moment they look like they've got their heads screwed on the right way, and as long as the collective group is strong and the mentality is strong, you get a fighting spirit like this.
Yes, well, I don't know what his name is, the uncle of the white leggings. Somebody's son, yeah, small boy. And he ran from your 25 all the way over to the opposition left wing and chased somebody down. And I saw him go. I've never ever seen a Malaysian run like this. Something has changed. So I think whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, I think it's collective to the whole management staff who are putting in work, and it's a good mentality there.
Before the game started, what were your thoughts and reflective from now?
Before the game started, the whole approach was to make sure that we stayed as positive as we could. Offensively, we were a little bit ugly today at times. Too many guys were caught in possession of the ball instead of giving a simple pass, and that would be a lesson that you cannot do that against any side in the top 10, let alone Australia. We had certain defensive plans which at times worked off. We had some good counter-attacks that didn't really bear fruition. So yeah, all in all, tactically, yes and no, spirit and mentality right till the end, yes. Tick.
A word on Kumar's performance today?
Again, he's had an interesting Indian Hockey League where he's had to deal with being number 2 keeper for a period, which happens in sport, and you expect him to be able to deal with that. He's come back after the Hockey League with the right mentality. He's trained well, he's listened, and at the end of the day, when you do that right and your character's correct, you get a performance like this with a clear head and good ability.
Next is Pakistan. Win will probably give you almost a place in the final with 10 points.
Yeah, I think it might be India, or is it India next? Yeah, again, we'll look
Pakistan.
We'll look at video. Sorry, we'll look at video. We'll aim for certain improvement again, certainly possession and being able to hold the ball for longer periods, especially against the Pakistanis as well. So next game is improvement again.
Just go back one step. Short corners today. I think 9 short corners against. Was it the defence that was holding up the short corner, or was it something breaking down in the attack?
Again, I'll have to look a little more carefully, but I think the defence, the runners were running good lines. They looked calm and composed despite the effort that was put in. And I think I'll let the Australian coach talk about the offensive side.
Kumar, 2 injuries in the first 10 minutes of the game. You bounced back, you kept them at bay for the remaining 70 minutes of the game, 60 minutes of the game, except for the one defensive error. Your thoughts on the game, and you can speak Malay if you want.
I think my position is a very important position for the team. I think I need to go if, of course, need injury that I cannot continue. Of course, I can continue, but I still want to go because I think I still keep the team alive when it was 0-0 and 1-0. I think it's very important for goalkeeper.
Question, gentlemen?
How old are you now, Kumar? 31, is it?
34.
34. So you think you've got some life left in you for goalkeeper still?
Of course, I want to go as long as I can. Want to do well for Malaysian team.
Yes, of course. Is the Malaysian team juniors much coming?
Yeah, of course. There's a many talented goalkeeper behind me.
Okay.
How many goals did you save today? This is the night game.
Come on, next game, Pakistan.
Of course, today I think the team. Of course, I saved some important moment, but the team also play very well. I think they still keep going. When today, if you see, when I make a save, they still continue to attack. If maybe 1, 2, 3 goals, then they also got no spirit to play. So I think the next match against Pakistan is the most important game. I think then we can know where we can stand at maybe the final. Maybe go for a win.
Okay, gentlemen, we have Charles waiting.